Police confirm Solidarity for Peace march to proceed tomorrow. 2.06 tons of shabu worth over 100 million ringgit seized. Hello and good evening. I'm Carlos and welcome to News on 2. The Solidarity for Peace march will be allowed to proceed tomorrow, according to Chansri Muhammad Fuzi Harun. The Inspector General of Police said the rally can proceed from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Dataran Merdeka.
Kita dah bagi kebenaran. Bagi saya mengikut apa ni notis yang dah ditetapkan lah. Kita akan bagi ni pimpinan tu kan dia adakan esok daripada pukul 7 sampai pukul 11 kita jangkakan di dataran mereka.
Jadi memenuhi syarat-syarat semua lah.
Setakat ni memenuhi syarat lah permohonan dia buat kepada OSPD Dawangi dan Dawangi pun dah bagi kebenaran.
The nation's top cop was met at an event at the Police Training Centre, Pulau Pol, today. The event is meant to show solidarity with the victims of the 15th March Christchurch terror attacks on 2 mosques that left 50 people dead and scores of others injured. Well, meanwhile, the Muslim call to prayer rang out across New Zealand on Friday, followed by 2 minutes of nationwide silence to mark a week since a white supremacist gunned down 50 people at 2 mosques in the city of Christchurch. Now, as the call was broadcast around the country, thousands, including Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern and wounded survivors, stood in a park opposite the mosque where the killing began as the nation of 4.5 million came to a standstill. New Zealand is still in shock following the killings by alleged shooter Brenton Tarrant, a 28-year-old Australian national who had hoped to foment an ethnic war with his attacks. But horrified Kiwis have responded with outpourings of love, with many embracing their Muslim neighbours on Friday in moving scenes across the country.
This terrorist sought to tear our nation apart with an evil ideology that has torn the world apart. But instead, we have shown that New Zealand is unbreakable.
A muezzin in white skullcap issued the call to regular Friday prayers at 1:30 p.m. local time or 12:30 GMT with chants of Allahu Akbar, or God is greatest, as thousands listened in Christchurch's Hagley Park across from the Al Nur Mosque. The country then fell silent for 2 minutes. The public gatherings in Auckland, Wellington and other cities. In neighbouring Australia, people stopped in the streets and in shops to mark the moment. Well, a stern and heavier penalty should be taken against companies and workers responsible for illegally dumping chemical waste into the rivers. The Federation of Malaysian Consumers Association, of FOMCA, is urging for laws pertaining to the offence to be reviewed to ensure a heavier sentence against these offenders. FOMCA Deputy President Muhammad Yusuf Abdul Rahman said the pollution caused by illegal dumping of chemical waste by irresponsible parties at Sungai Kim Kim had affected the health of many people.
Kalau kita lihat di bawah Akta Suruhanjaya Perkhidmatan Negara, di mana terdapat satu hukuman sekiranya ada tindakan sabotaj, dia boleh sampai kepada hukuman mati. Itu di bawah SPAN, tetapi di bawah Jabatan Alam Sekitar tidak wujud undang-undang seperti itu. Jadi saya rasa kalau sampai peringkat yang sehingga boleh menjejaskan alam rakyat, saya rasa tindakan yang lebih tegas perlu diambil.
He added that companies or industries should be responsible in ensuring that the disposal of chemical waste are done according to the rules provided by the Department of Environment. Some 3,000 people had been hospitalized in Pasir Gudang after inhaling toxic fumes emitted from chemical waste dumped into Sungai Kim Kim on 7 March. The pollution forced the closure of 111 schools until the school term break. Muhammad Yusuf said this after officiating the World Water Celebration organized by FOMCA together with Malaysia Water Forum at Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Taman C in Petaling Jaya, Selangor. Well, Johor is at risk of facing water shortage for the daily use of the people and industries should rivers continue to be polluted. And Tunku Temanggung Johor, Tunku Idris Iskandar Sultan Ibrahim, in a statement, is thus urging the people not to make the river as a chemical waste dumping ground. The Tengku Temanggung said immediate action should be taken to increase awareness on the danger of water pollution. He added that the public and private sectors need to identify new methods and ideas of innovation to revive and save contaminated rivers. The Tengku Temanggung, who is also the royal patriarch of the Johor National Park, said about 16 major rivers in the state are affected by pollution. Hence, the disposal of industrial waste into rivers, such as the illegal dumping of chemical waste in Sungai Kim Kim, Pasir Gudang, should be stopped immediately. Well, 10,828 individuals have been stripped of their citizenship on various offences stipulated in Article 24, 25 and 26 of the Federal Constitution since 1960 until now. Well, Deputy Home Minister Datuk Muhammad Aziz Jaman said the move was taken after the government examined the strong evidence collected against the individuals.
Pada dasarnya, kerajaan Malaysia tidak mengiktiraf dual citizenship. Dan kalau ada kes-kes di mana kita tahu ada individu yang memegang dual citizenship ini, tindakan akan kita ambil. Malah kita akan lucutkan kewarganegaraan mereka. But of course, kena ada maklumat atau bukti-bukti sahih yang membuktikan bahawa individu ini mempunyai dual citizenship.
Datuk Muhammad Aziz said any parties with evidence against individuals who own two citizenships are asked to step forward to provide this information to the government. He said this after attending the National Registration Department Excellent Service Award APC 2018 in Putrajaya. Home Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin had earlier pointed out that the government did not recognize any ownership of more than two citizenship. Well, meanwhile, on another matter, Datuk Muhammad Aziz said with effect from 2nd May, Malaysians wishing to apply for a change of address on their identity card should submit supporting documents such as water or electricity bill or their quit rent bill. Well, he said these documents are as a valid proof of residing at an address requested by the identity card owner. Datuk Muhammad Aziz said the use of invalid addresses will make it hard for government agencies such as the Election Commission or EC to conduct voting registration and individual detection during police investigations.
Hari ini kerajaan khususnya Jabatan Pendaftaran Negara mengambil pendekatan di mana kita ingin mengelakkan perkara-perkara seumpama ini berlaku kerana ianya akan menimbulkan persepsi yang tidak baik khususnya kepada kerajaan.
Speaking further, Datuk Muhammad Aziz said if an applicant is a tenant, they will need to provide a tenancy agreement and a verification letter from the house owner as a proof of tenancy. Well, authorities seized 2.6 tons of shabu worth 103.2 million ringgit, the largest seizure this year at Taman Desa Cemerlang Fish Pond in Ulu Tiram, Johor Bahru, Johor on Tuesday. Bukit Aman Narcotics Crime Investigation Department Director Datuk Sri Muhammad Saleh said 6 Malaysians, including the mastermind of the drug trafficking syndicate, were arrested around Ulu Tiram between 7:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. The raid conducted by the Narcotics Department together with the Maritime and Customs Enforcement Agency found the shabu packed in 2,000 tea packets which were stored in a container. 7 vehicles, cash of over 6,000 ringgit, 3 watches and a variety of jewellery were also seized, making the total value of seizure to 489,000 ringgit. Initial investigations reveal that the drugs were brought in by sea from neighbouring countries for local and international markets.
Kita ni merupakan negara transit. Kita kena ingat tu, negara transit dadah daripada kebanyakannya daripada Golden Triangle lah. Dan negara kita ni digunakan sebagai transit untuk dadah-dadah tersebut sebelum diedarkan. Yang pertama ke negara-negara jiran. Negara jiran kita, Singapura, Indonesia, mungkin juga ke Filipina. Dan sebagian juga dihantar ke negara-negara Pasifik.
Datuk Sri Mahmud, in a press conference in Johor Bahru, said that all the suspects aged between 35 and 49 are being remanded for 7 days until Wednesday to facilitate investigations under Section 39B of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952. Well, 2 individuals have been charged separately at the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court for insulting the young di Batuan Agong on Facebook. T.R. Turkai Dewi, 32, and Sharil Muhammad Sarif, 36, pleaded not guilty. after the charges were read out to them before Judge Samsudin Abdullah. Shahrail, a farmer from Kedah, pleaded not guilty and claimed trial to the offence of insulting the Yang di-Pertuan Agong and the Royal Institution on his Facebook page, Shahrail Chain, last month. Turka Devi was also charged for committing the same offence on her Facebook page between 5:57 a.m. on 3rd June until 3:54 a.m. on 4th June 2018. Both were charged under Section 233, Subsection 1, Subsection A of the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998, which carries a fine of up to 50,000 ringgit or jail time up to a year or both, and can be fined 1,000 ringgit for each day that the offence is continued after conviction. Judge Samsudin Abdullah had allowed both the accused to be released on an 8,000 ringgit bail. 8th April has been set for remention of case. Well, an accounts manager of a construction company was charged at the Klang Sessions Court in Selangor on 28 charges of criminal breach of trust worth more than 4 million ringgit. Now, the accused, Ho Kian Quinn, 48, pleaded not guilty before Judge Dato' Ahmad Zamzani Mohamed Zain. According to the charge sheet, Ho Kian, who is the account manager of HCH Construction Sendirian and Berhad, committed the 4.3 million ringgit CBT charge between August 2018 and February 2019. All the offence was charged to have been conducted at the Bukit Tinggi Klang Ambank. The charge was made under Section 409 of the Penal Code, which carries a jail term of up to 20 years, whipping and fine upon conviction. The prosecution had offered a bail of 30,000 ringgit. However, an appeal for the amount to be reduced was made by lawyer Goh Kim Lian, who is representing Ho Kian. The court set the bail at 700,000 ringgit for all charges. The accused had also been ordered to report himself to the nearest police station twice a month, beginning April until the case is over. The judge had also dismissed for the mother of the accused to stand as guarantor and set fixed the guarantor to be a Malaysian citizen and not the senior citizen. The accused has also been ordered to submit his passport to the court. The judge set 10th May for remention of the case. Well, a mechanic pleaded guilty in the Klang Sessions Court today to 4 charges of committing incest with his biological sister 2 years ago. Now, the plea was made in front of Judge Dato' Ahmad Zamzani Mohamed Zain. The accused, who is the second child among 5 siblings, was charged of committing the offences against his 14-year-old sister at a house in Kampung Banting, Sabak Bernam, Selangor from March 2017 until July 2018. The charge was made under Section 376B of the Penal Code. The prosecution had requested for no guarantees to be imposed as both the accused and victim are staying in the same house. The victim, who is the youngest child, still believed to be receiving treatment and will be placed at the Child Protection Centre. The case was handled by Deputy Public Prosecutor Hafizah Zahida Abdullah, while the accused was unrepresented. The judge set 29 March for remention of the case. Well, a motorcyclist died when his motorcycle was believed to have skidded and crashed into another vehicle. Well, the incident took place at kilometre 14.9 of the Seremban Port Dickson Highway, or PDDH, at around 1 a.m. today. Based on a statement by PDDH, the victim was identified as Muhammad Izul Akmal Azmi from Taman Desa Permai, Pedas Negeri Sembilan. The victim died of severe injuries to his head and several other parts of his body. Well, coming up next, ideas and proposals are welcome to improve commodity sector. The fuel price of RON 97 will increase by 7 cents, while RON 95 and diesel prices remain the same for the week starting Saturday. The Finance Ministry said the price of RON 97 would increase from 2.54 ringgit per litre to 2.61 per litre. At the same time, RON 95 and diesel prices were maintained at 2.08 per litre and 2.18 ringgit per litre respectively. The Finance Ministry said the new RON 97 prices would take effect from 12:01 a.m. on Saturday until 29th of March. The weekly fuel pricing mechanism was reintroduced on 5th January under the new automatic pricing mechanism, or APM. And under the system, weekly fuel prices are announced every Friday and will remain in force for 1 week. Now, the government welcomes the idea of improving the country's commodity sector. In Primary Industries, Deputy Minister Dato Sri Samsul Iskandar Muhammad Akin said opinions and proposals will be revised to ensure it would benefit the targeted group.
Jadi tentunya saya mengalu-alukan cadangan persatuan tersebut dan kita akan tengok kesesuaian yang mana lebih efektif kerana pada hemat kerajaan apabila kita umumkan satu-satu dasar dan bantuan itu kita mahu supaya bantuan itu betul-betul dapat reach, dapat sampai ke kumpulan sasaran.
The Deputy Minister was commenting on the proposal of a mechanism for licensed entrepreneurs with the Malaysian Rubber Board to purchase the kumplump from farmers with a price range of 2 ringgit 50 cent a kilogram. Earlier, Dato Sri Samsul attended a community event at Bukit Katil, Melaka. The Association of Asian Confederations of Credit Unions, or ACCU, is targeting for over 600 cooperative members from 25 Asian Pacific countries to join the ASEAN Credit Forum 2019 from 22nd September to 28th September this year in Kuala Lumpur. Well, according to its Chief Executive Officer, Elenita Vicente Roque, the advantages of Malaysia being the host of the forum is that it will attract more participants.
Usually, in our experience, 600 is very easy to achieve. The reason why in the past, our maximum was 600 because of the venue cannot accommodate that much. But in Malaysia, Berjaya Times Square can even accommodate more than 600.
Elenita was met at the Credit Asian Forum 2019 press conference in Kuala Lumpur today. At the event, ACCU and the National Cooperative Movement of Malaysia Berhad also signed a Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, relating to the forum. The forum, organized by ACCU Malaysia and the Credit Cooperatives of Malaysian Employees, is aimed at helping experts to identify solutions to speed up the financing process. Well, the Badminton Association of Malaysia, BAM, is urging the public not to put any kind of pressure on the impending return of National Shashala, seeing that he has confirmed not to compete in the upcoming Malaysia Open scheduled to take place next month. Well, its president, Dato Sri Norzal Zakaria, today reiterated that he had met Chong Wei several days earlier and confirmed that the decision was based on doctors' advice. Dato Sri Norzal also warned fans to lower their expectations for the 36-year-old former world number one.
Kita pun tak nak dia main satu hari dan kemudian dia sakit balik. Because I think he has done enough for the country. I actually advise all of us just to give him space and time, and when he is ready, then he comes back.
The three-time Olympic silver medalist, who has been on the sideline since July last year when he was diagnosed with early-stage nose cancer, has also confirmed not to participate in the Sudirman Cup this coming May. Dato Sri Norzal was met after announcing artist Elizabeth Tan as BAM's new ambassador, along with 25 new players to join the youth squad in Bukit Kiara today. Well, with that, we conclude this evening's News on 2. A top story: police confirms Solidarity for Peace march to proceed tomorrow. Do join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm Mohammed Amin Carlos from all of us here in Studio 5. Thanks for watching and a very good evening to all.